Hi, my name is Jena Bhandari, and I'm going to be doing a podcast for Module 5, Lesson 3, Operant Conditioning, the Mystery of the Skinner Box. Everyone uses operant conditioning in their everyday lives. For example, I work in an ice cream shop, and my primary reinforcer in this shop is the ice cream that I can get from it. Primary reinforcers are innately reinforcing stimuluses that satisfies a biological need, like hunger, thirst, or sleep. This ice cream fulfills my hunger, which classifies it as a primary reinforcer. My secondary reinforcer is that I can get money from this job. Secondary reinforcers are any reinforcers that become reinforcing after being paired with a primary reinforcer. So, my money can help me buy food, water, and shelter, which fulfills my biological needs. Over time, this connects to operant conditioning. Money is paired with biological needs, so it reinforces me working that job. The types of operant conditioning are negative reinforcement, positive reinforcement, punishment by application, and punishment by removal. So first, I want to start off with positive reinforcement. In this situation, positive reinforcement is key for me working. Positive reinforcement increases behavior by an increase of a stimulus. In this case, my behavior of working is increased by the stimulus of the money I get. So, since I'm getting money, this reinforces me to continue working. This is supported by the law of effect, which states, if an action is followed by a pleasurable consequence, it will tend to be repeated. And me working my job is repeated because of the pleasurable consequence of money. The next type of operant conditioning I will be talking about is negative reinforcement. Negative reinforcement increases behavior by a stop or avoidance of a stimulus. In this case, when I get driven to work, if I don't put on my seatbelt, there's an annoying beeping sound. This is the stimulus. To stop the stimulus, I have to put on my seatbelt, the behavior. Therefore, my behavior of putting on my seatbelt is increased, so I can stop the stimulus of this beeping sound. Every day, all of us have this type of negative reinforcement in cars. It's a very common one, so the reason why they made it is so we would be reinforced to put on our seatbelt for safety. The next type of operant conditioning I will be talking about is punishment by application. Punishment by application is also called positive punishment. This is when a behavior is decreased by an increase of a stimulus. So, during my job, if I don't say thank you or treat the customers with my best manners, then I can get yelled at by my boss. My behavior of treating the customers rudely is then decreased because of the increase of the stimulus of being yelled at. This is very common in parenting as well. If a child is acting like very rude or is saying bad words, then their parents could yell at them or ground them, or they're going to increase the stimulus of yelling, which will decrease the behavior of that child saying the bad words or doing the rude things. The next type of operant conditioning is punishment by removal. The final type of operant conditioning is punishment by removal, or negative punishment. This is when a behavior is decreased by a decrease of a stimulus. So, in my case, if I do poorly on my exams, then my parents won't let me hang out with friends for a couple weeks. So this leaves me more time for me to study for my next exams. This behavior of not studying and getting bad grades is then decreased because of the stimulus of my friends preventing me from my study also being decreased. I'm not allowed to spend time with my friends, which leaves me more time to study. And me hanging out with my friends is the stimulus, so that's being decreased. And my behavior getting bad grades is also decreased because I have more time to study. So that's my podcast on operant conditioning. Thank you.